Alright, so good morning, welcome to the stream everyone. So today we have no high impact news. This already came out at 8:30, and I would like to see, if we go to take longs today, I'd like to see another sweep of this minor sell side liquidity at 19,664. So I'd like to see price come down again and sweep the lows for another time, and then we can look for a clean setup long inside of this macro. So let's see what we get. This would be patient, wait for the macro and see what price has to offer. As we come up to this macro, obviously price is going to sweep this minor sell side liquidity if we're going to look for longs. But I also want to see the correlation between NQ and ES pick up, because as it currently stands, look, NQ's dumping towards this minor sell side. So should ES as well, or ES should at least sweep this level here as we go into the macro. So I want to see the two pairs more correlated and almost like it needs to be like simultaneously working together and sweeping the same levels at the same time. That's what I mean by correlated. So let's see what we get before this macro. Alright, so very simple. Obviously price came down and swept that minor sell side liquidity on a lower time frame, which is creating a unicorn setup only if price then comes back up, and I want to see it displace higher as of now. So inside of this macro, I'm currently looking for longs. I don't really see, there is equal lows, and it would be nice to target equal lows. So if we don't get a setup to go long, then we also bear in mind we have these equal lows down here as well. But as of now, I want to see a displacement higher, and then we can target London highs. But if not, this might be a clean setup to go short. We've tapped that 30-minute bearish gap and also the 15-minute. I'm open to, I haven't got a bias today, so I'm open to taking both positions, either longs or shorts. I'm just going to see what price offers. If price comes back into this 1 minute bearish gap, I want to see how it respects it. So I'm not going to enter straight away as soon as it gets into this gap. I'm going to see, because there's also a 2 minute and a 3 minute bearish gap. So I'm just going to monitor, and there's soon to be a 5 minute bearish gap, but I don't think that's going to hold up. So it'll be a tap on this 1 minute. So I'll see how it respects this gap, because we've seen a very clear displacement lower and we've tapped that 30 minute. So I'm going to see how, and you could run around, if we get entry around this level here, you'd run a 15 handle stop. So it'll be a tight stop. And then targeting these equal lows. Obviously we have TPs along the way, so. Because we have not seen a displacement higher. And we also got a unicorn setup to go short on ES at the same time as well. And we're inside of the macro too. But as I mean, it's like if we see a very strong displacement higher and it runs through this bearish gap, then that would be a clean setup to go long. But that's why I want to see how it respects this bearish gap. Because we've just come out of a 30-minute bearish gap and we're also in a premium at the same time, so longs are not really, because we've got to retrace back into a discount before then we take longs, and we got these equal lows down here as well. So let's see how price reacts off this bearish gap. That's if it even comes back into it. ES has already tapped into that 1 minute bearish gap, so unicorn setup to go short. It's tapped a 30-minute bearish and a 15-minute as well. And then we got some clean lows on ES as well. If we get this 5-minute bearish, it's gonna make the trade a lot stronger. So we're gonna look for shorts off a tap on that 5-minute. If we get this 5-minute, I'll be entering off a tap. We've got that 3-minute bearish gap too. Alright, I'm going to see how it respects this gap. If it just runs through this 1-minute bearish gap, then obviously we're going to be looking for longs. Alright, I just entered short.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, and then obviously first TP we're gonna run at 25 handles. And then run your second TP at 19,61425. Final TP is quite far away, I mean, because we're running at these equal lows, and then the stop is at this level here, so
Order filled.
so risking around 15 handles on this trade.
Order filled.
Alright, so we just got stopped out of that trade of 15 handles, and obviously it didn't really respect that 1-minute bearish gap as I wanted it to. And this must be the displacement higher which we was originally looking for. So I'm going to give this trade one more shot and see if we can get an entry to go long here. So as we've displaced higher, and this is the trade which I originally wanted to see. So I want to see a tap on that lower 1 minute bearish gap. I take this with half risk as well, half risk, not full risk. So if we get a tap on this lower 1 minute bearish gap, then I'm going to enter long, run a stop again of 14.7 handles. And if this trade doesn't work out, then of course, then we'll be done for the day.
Order filled. Order filled. Rejected.
Alright, so I entered I entered long on NQ 19,680, and this is our second trade of the day, and this is our final trade at the same time as well. So we won't be taking any further trades. We either get this trade or we don't, and I seen that we was the liquidity for the last trade because it displaced through that 1 minute bearish gap originally. So we're just going to run a first TP and a final TP. So as of now, I'm just going to lower my risk just slightly and move my stop to around 12 handles.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, so our first TP has been hit, and at this point I'm going to move my stops to around 6, 7, 8, 7, 5. Is there people still watching the stream? Because I've seen no one comment in the chat at all. So obviously we took that first trade, and it completely, after we entered, obviously it went into a bit of a profit, but then it ran through this bearish gap, and I knew that was the liquidity. So I ended up taking one more trade inside of this macro, which is quite rare. I never usually take a second trade, in 2 trades inside of one macro. But that original short, if it was to play out, everyone would be like, oh, great trade. But obviously it didn't play out, and I knew that was the liquidity to go long, and this would be a clean setup. So this setup should be done by 11 AM, and it should take out London highs by the time we reach 11 AM. So we got first TP, and it's put us literally just below break even on the day, so that's not a problem. If we get final TP, we'll be sitting comfy in profits on the day. The reason we're just below break even and not at break even is because I took it with half risk that I originally take it with, usually 4 contracts. I took this one with 2 because the first trade was a loss, so you just half your risk. Everyone is tense. Nah, not tense at all. Maybe the members are a bit tense if they're new, but the old members, they don't give a fuck about a 15 handle loss. It's part of the game. I just wanted to see how price reacted off that 1 minute bearish gap, and originally it got respected and then ran through, and then I instantly knew that was the liquidity, and we took that setup long, got first TP, and then it should just come all the way to take out, well, it's definitely going to take out 724, but let's see if it takes out, this is London highs here, and that'll be all over by 11 AM. But usually we'd wait until the next macro, say 10:50, 11:10, or the evening macro, 2 to 3 PM until we take another trade. But I instantly knew that the trade was in originally, the shorts was not the right play. So that's why I entered long. And you get 2 trades. The max you can take in one day is 2 trades. So I used up my second trade for taking longs. So, and it worked out, of course. But that's why it's also good at the same time. Unless the bias is really clear that we're going to 100% take longs, we're in a massive discount, and because right now we're in a premium. What I mean by that, on say the 15-minute time frame, price hasn't retraced to around the 50 to 62% retracement, and we also have these equal lows. So that was what I was originally looking to target off the shorts. So if that trade played out, we would have obviously made around 160 handles, and obviously it didn't want to, and it swept London lows, and we took this setup long, and we're going to target London highs. Very simple. And for a Monday we're sitting just below break even. After last week we took no losses, so we got 4 out of 4 trades. This week's going to be a very clean week as well, because the news which is coming out this week usually leads to very good trades. We haven't got nothing like NFP or FOMC, so this week will be a very clean week, just like last. I'm going to remain on the June contract. It's the one we should be trading at the moment. You could make a second TP at this level here at 724. We got some equal highs on NQ, so you could take just a little bit if you're trading US 100 or NAS 100, or you have like multiple contracts on micros. You could take a few off at 724 and make that a second TP. I can't because I'm trading two full contracts. Usually I'll be trading 4, so I could take some off at this level, and I would. I'll close another contract, and then I'll obviously have final TP as well. Yeah, so at this point I'm just leaving my stops at break even, and there's nothing left for us to do, so I'm going to leave it at break even all the way until final TP and not trail the stops because there's no point. And that's pretty much it for this. It's pretty much it for this day. We're not going to be taking any more trades even if we see another clean setup, because I'll be closing the charts. So we're taking 2 trades today. One trade we took a 15 handle loss, then we halved up obviously our risk. Currently I'm sitting just below break even on the day, and tomorrow we'll be going, obviously because of this dub, we'll be going into tomorrow with full position size like usual. Yeah, so now we'll just go back to a regular position size like usual. So if you want to exit the stream now and not wait until final TP and just have your limit orders set, then it's all good. But I'll keep the stream going, and I'm just going to mute myself because there's nothing left. If you've got any questions and you want to ask me any questions and you don't have anything you want to ask, just drop it in the chat and I'll do a quick little Q&A with you lot. I'll quickly go over the difference. I know I go over this a lot, but I'll quickly go over the difference between futures and indices. The chart is the exact same, so if you're taking our signals or your own trades, indices and futures, the chart's the exact same. It's just priced differently by around $40 to $100. So the price we put in the group is not going to be the same on indices and futures, but if you use the same amount of risk on the trade, you're going to get the same result. I think you mean 150k top step, but I'll be trading with 15 micros. Yeah, correct. So close around like 8.5, and I believe it's 8.53, and that's the best way to take profits on your 150k top step account. Yeah, so trade with 15 micros, and obviously after that first loss, you drop to 7 or 8 micros on this trade, and then after this, you return back to 15 micros like usual. It depends what your account size is. So if you got a max of 3 contracts, I believe that'll be the 50k account, right? Or the 100k. And we're about to get taken back out at break even. So after this, if we get taken out at break even, it will literally, just like that. So we're taken out at break even. That's us done for the day. And we're sitting just below break even. So there's nothing to complain. It's just a Monday, and obviously towards the end of this week, we're going to close out another week profitable. And is what it is. We took that first trade, and then we took a second trade, and it leaves us just below break even, which is not a problem at all. It's only a Monday, and we're going to get some very good trades as we go towards the end of this week as well. Yeah, so for your 150k funded account, just trade using 15 micros, and then obviously if you take that first trade and that's a loss, then drop half your position size off on the next trade, and then continue with that until you take a win, and then return back to 15 micros. But if you use the top step X, you'll be able to trade using 15 micros on your 150k funded. Yeah, correct. So it's good to build a cushion on your funded accounts. Doesn't matter what size your funded account is, at least build like a cushion of 2 to 5k, and it also gives you a bigger drawdown. So when you do withdraw from Top Step, it actually affects your drawdown, which can be quite annoying. But if you build like a buffer of say 2 to 5k in that, and then withdraw whatever's over that certain amount, it makes it a lot easier to then trade your account again, and your drawdown's not all fucked up. So yeah, no worries. So we're gonna end the stream here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for our live session tomorrow during Tuesday's session as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.